boom bap. Welcome back to another day on this podunk planet. My oh my, what a time to be alive. So, FML, I figured out what my crossroads is and why my abundance is being blocked. It is really one thing when you start working with your ancestors. It's another when you have, even older entities in the mix as well. And Miss Hecate, she said, you going to choose. You going to choose. And my choice is I can remain in my Nine of Pentacles, happy and still without that last little piece of abundance, or I can enter partnership and receive my Ten of Pentacles. And a partnership would mean trust. And that's something I don't do. I don't do that. Because every single person that I have ever known has lied to me. And if they're not lying directly to me, they are lying to themselves. So, and I see that. And I see that they're lying to themselves because they don't accept themselves. And then I hop on to TikTok, and then my grandmother sends me this video as confirmation because her friggin' name is Esther, bruh. Like, let me run the video.
What? I said it. Strong women cannot date weak men. Let's dig into it, man. Let's chop some of this wood. Hey, man, they say opposites attract. That's what they say. But the truth is, weak men don't date strong women. They survive them. They resent them, or they try to shrink them. Because the reality is, when a man hasn't developed the strength to face himself, he will never have the strength to face a woman who knows herself. See, we about to talk today. Weakness in men doesn't look like what you think it looks like. It's not just physical frailty or the strength. It's emotional frailty. It's insecurity disguised as arrogance. It's silence when you should actually speak. It's anger when you should actually be loving. Weakness in a man is the inability to carry the weight of your own reflection. And so when you stand in front of a strong woman, you stand in front of her ambition, her confidence, her standards, her voice. It doesn't inspire you. It threatens you. Because she's not a mirror that you can actually distort. She's a mirror that shows you exactly who you are as a man. I remember a man once telling me, he said, Jack, she made me feel small. But here's the truth. And it's the same thing that I told him. She didn't make you feel small. She only revealed how small you already felt. That's the part that most people miss. Strong women don't belittle men. They don't belittle men. They simply refuse to shrink themselves for that man. And for a man who hasn't grown into his own power, meaning that you know who you are, that refusal to shrink feels like rejection. It ain't rejection, man. It's reflection. It's not rejection. It's reflection. Weak men crave control. Strong women crave connection. Weak men demand submission. Strong women inspire partnership. Weak men hide their wounds. You've been hiding your wounds. Strong women invite you to heal. And when those two worlds collide, one of two things happens. Either the man rises or you run. And sadly, most run. Not because she's too much, but because you're not enough for yourself. Think about it. Why do so many strong women get told you're intimidating? You're too independent. You're too opinionated. Tone it down a little bit. It's not because strength is unattractive. It's attractive. It's because strength exposes weakness. Listen to me now. Strength exposes weaknesses. And a strong woman doesn't need you to save her. She needs you to see her for who she is. She doesn't need you to silence her voice. She needs you to value her voice. She doesn't need you to build up her confidence. She needs you to hold the space for her confidence to shine, man. And if you can do that as a man, or I'm sorry, if you can't do that as a man, you will always confuse her strength for your shame. But let me be clear about one thing. This ain't about bashing men. This is about challenging men. Because weak men aren't doomed to stay weak, believe it or not. Weakness is just an untrained strength. You got to get up in the gym, man. It's because weakness is just untapped potential. It's unhealed pain. And if a man is willing to face himself, to confront the lies that you believed about manhood, to sit with the pain that you've avoided, to dismantle the ego that you've hidden behind, you can grow strong enough to stand beside strong women without feeling diminished, without feeling less than, without feeling that you lack. Strong women are not the enemy. They are the exam. And weak men keep failing the test. Not because you can't pass, but because you never studied yourself. Here's the truth, man. A strong woman doesn't need you to have it all together. She don't need you to have everything. She just needs you to be strong enough to admit the spaces and fragments where you are not strong, where you don't have it all together. Because strength isn't about dominance, contrary to popular belief. It's about resilience. In fact, we should be calling strong women resilient women. It's about honesty. It's about the courage to grow, courage to heal. It's about love without fear. And the moment a man learns that about himself, he stops running from strong women and starts rising with them. Because in the end, man, it's not that weak men can't date strong women. It's that strong women were never meant or designed to date weak men. They were meant to challenge men to become stronger, not to dim their light, but to demand that you find your own. Strong women cannot date weak men.
I have yet to meet a strong man then, because they've all run. So OMG. And they know exactly what they're doing. That's why, who is it? Meg Thee Stallion and Clay. That's all a ruse. That's all a ruse. That poor woman, she said her feet was hurting her during the interview, and he still held her hand and made her stand there. Absolutely fucking not. No sir, no ma'am. She's shrinking. And everybody's out, oh my God, look at her relationship. She is shrinking, people. That's not how that works. That's not how the divine feminine is supposed to be. That's how a strong man is. And she is still very much in her masculine. And Clay is the prize in his feminine little era. Ooh, his feminine little era. Okay. Those are all the thoughts. I gotta sit with it because, oh my gosh, this means I actually have to date people and give them a shot. Oh gosh. And I'm like everybody's type. Ugh. And being partnered to me means you're actually divine, because you're being vetted by an entire ancestral team, literally. Oh gosh, this is going to be a challenge. But I guess let the games begin, as I'm wearing my Joker shirt. And that's one thing about the Joker. He never lied. He kept it real 100. And that's why I love me a villain. Oh boy, I gotta do this. Huh? FML. All right, y'all stay safe or don't.